Free Japan Channel number 42. Today, July 6th, Saturday. The time is 1 p.m. So, midday of Saturday. And here in Yokohama, July is the hottest month in the year. The temperature is above 31 or 32 Celsius degrees. Dear listeners, good evening. FGC's today's topic is 2024 Tokyo Governor election. This is the topic of today. The voting date is tomorrow, July 7th. So today is the previous day of the election. Tokyo Governor has a big authority and power in Japanese politics. Maybe one Tokyo Governor is equal to 5 or 6 Diet members. So great is the power of Tokyo Governor that the election is always paid attention to by many people, not only by Tokyo metropolitan residents, but also other Japanese people. I'm a Kanagawa resident, so I have no voting right to Tokyo Governor election, but I'm one of the people who were watching the course of the election campaign. Now, the governor is Miss Koike. Yuriko Koike is the governor of Tokyo, and she runs for this time's election again. This is the third trial for her to run for Tokyo governor election. And she has now 8 years. The term of Tokyo governor is 4 years, and she has completed already 2 terms of governor. Then she has the achievement of 8 years. And she was very famous and popular under the COVID-19 coverage. At the time, the governors of Tokyo, as well as of Osaka, showed up in the media many times a day, saying that they would have some effective measures to protect the people of Tokyo and Osaka. In fact, Governor Koike implemented the policy to help the restaurant owners or some other industries to continue their businesses under the COVID-19. Tokyo government recommended at that time, so in 2020, that the shops, restaurants should be closed because of the spread of COVID-19. And if they close the shops and restaurants, the government, Tokyo government, would compensate for the loss of its closure, loss of their closure. Therefore, there are so many restaurant owners and shop owners who are grateful to Governor Koike because they could receive the money from the Tokyo government for that without opening their shops and restaurants. In addition, Governor Koike showed up in the media so many times that her name and her popularity was solidified in the course of COVID-19. Therefore, this time, when she was reported to run for the election, all the media said that the triumph of Mrs. Koike was guaranteed at the time when she announced her campaign. Mrs. Koike is very famous and popular here in Tokyo or in Japan. However, her achievement, her real accomplishment as a politician is not so clear. She is famous for being an advocate of ecology and diversity. This ecology and diversity are two themes for Mrs. Koike, and she passed the law of compelling every new built personal private houses installed with solar panel to decrease the electricity use of these houses. These laws were passed under Koike regime in Tokyo. This policy was one of the implementations of Koike policies, so-called. However, except for this solar panel implementation, there's no clear achievement of Koike administration so far. Here in Japan, it is always said that it doesn't matter who is the governor of Tokyo because the administration of Tokyo is so structured, is so well organized that without the leadership of governor, the administration of Tokyo goes on and on. Nevertheless, the governor of Tokyo is a very important position for Japanese politics. As I said, it is much more important than diet member election, individual diet member election. Therefore, we should pay attention to what the new governor, of course Koike, the new governor will do in her third terms. Mrs. Koike is a politician who was reported to be the first to have the possibility of being the first woman prime minister here in Japanese political arena. She was so famous and so popular that the media mentioned the possibility that she would be the first woman prime minister. Now, Mrs. Koike is over 70 years old, and there is no possibility for her to become diet member again and gain the majority of LDP, becoming the first woman prime minister. However, the third term of Tokyo governor, this is also a very important job. We means the voting people or Japanese people have to pay attention to what Mrs. Koike will do in the next 4 years. And the election result is also worth watching. How victorious will the result be for Mrs. Koike? Other candidates, for example, candidate Renho, she is long the Diet member of Constitutional Democratic Party, in one word, left-wing party in Japan, and she resigned. Renho resigned the job of Diet member and ran for this time election of Tokyo governor. But Renho is now reported not to gain the sufficient support from Tokyo resident. Maybe the votes for Koike, the votes to Koike will be double to the votes of Renho. And there is no other influential candidate this time. The governor election, the governor of Tokyo election is held tomorrow. I think that this is a very good opportunity for Japanese people to show their political attitude, not only to Tokyo government, but also the present government as a whole in Japan. Thank you.